Hello there everybody, Sam's Trains here. Welcome back to the railway and welcome back to the model railway news. I'm coming at you in August with all of the latest news and updates from the hobby, and it's quite a bumper episode this time, so sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy it. The first bit of news comes from Dapol, who have just released a very major new steam locomotive. And it is this, their all-new Great Western Manor class. And I just did a review of this. That was the last video I did. If you want to check it out, it's up there. Let me tell you, a wonderful model. These are available from just £140 at the retailers, and I genuinely believe that this is one of the best value models you can get at the moment. They offer a great level of detail, pretty solid performance, and a good range of extras and special features such as lights and a very intuitive DCC fitting solution. Check out my review if you want to, and I've also got some affiliate links in the description for you. Dapol are apparently also about to make another major new release, and that is the Class 59. This is supposed to be arriving at the shops in September, and these are priced at just £136.31 for the DCC ready version. That's very inexpensive when you consider all of the features that Dapol are offering here. And that includes a tooling that covers all Class 59 variations. Apparently it includes etched nameplates, die-cast wheels and die-cast chassis, optional exhaust smoke effects, which sound really cool, I can't wait to check that out, full lighting suite apparently, and of course a selection of different liveries. Great to see Dapol doing so well at the moment. If you'd like to see the Class 59 reviewed, then feel free to comment down below and let me know. The next update comes from Bachmann, who have just had an incredibly busy month. The first thing was a surprise announcement of an all-new Class 37 locomotive. And not only that, but they released the model straight away. And here's one right now. Incredible models, I have to say. The level of detail is absolutely fantastic. Definitely an improvement, in fact, over the previous Bachmann Class 37, although this example that I reviewed actually performed a little bit worse than the previous example. If you're interested in the review, I'll post it up there. Generally speaking, quite an impressive one this time. Bachmann have also just made their autumn announcements. Not a huge amount to see here in terms of new tooled stuff, but there are one or two new items, including this. This is an all-new tooled SECR dancehall brake van with a genuinely ridiculous RRP of £49.95 for a brake van. These are supposedly pretty detailed though, with a realistic chassis and interior detail, and seriously, I'm hoping to be blown away by these models given the price. Bachmann USA have also revealed the first decorated sample of their upcoming Ryan locomotive. And as you can see from this footage, he looks absolutely excellent. He's in what Bachmann say is one of the most intricate liveries they've ever attempted on a Thomas & Friends loco, complete with a ton of lining, including red and gold banding on the boiler, which is sure enough definitely much more complex than we've seen from the range in the past. This sample also allows more of the detail to be seen, such as the nameplates, they look separately fitted, and even the bars on the rear cab windows. So there's absolutely no doubt that this is a much more detailed model than we've seen before in the range. Kind of suggests that these are more for collectors now. That's what I've been saying all along. Yeah, looks really great. Can't wait to see those come out. The next update comes from Heljan, who have just revealed the first engineering sample of their NBR 10800 diesel locomotive. Now obviously this is just an engineering sample which is still subject to review and alteration, but even so it's unmistakable as that very unique 10800 locomotive. And also to help you visualise what the models are going to look like, they've also revealed some early artwork for the models as well. And it's going to be really cool to see those come together for that first decorated sample, and then we'll get a really good idea of what these models are going to be like. They've also showed off the first engineering sample for their all-new tooled Class 26/1 locomotive, and supposedly this is going to feature a good number of upgrades over the previous Heljan Class 26 model, which will hopefully help to make it worth that new retailer price of £161.46. The next update comes from me, funnily enough, and it's just to say that work on my new Old Coppernob kit has been finished. The idea is that you will be able to download these files for free and then 3D print your own Furness Railway No. 3 quite cheaply. Now, the prototype building video has gone out already, and you can check it out up there if you want to. It was a lot of fun just putting the kit together for the first time and finding out whether all of the parts were going together, and spoiler, they did. It actually worked out. The final version of the model has been completed, so I've assembled one really carefully and painted it and such. I'm not going to reveal that today, but pretty soon the full video where I do a review of it will be coming out, so stay tuned for that, and I really hope you enjoy it. Next up, a bit of news from Rapido Trains UK, and there is quite a lot to talk about from Rapido this month. The first piece is very exciting because their LBSC E1 locomotive is finally available to pre-order. Now, this loco was announced really quite a long time ago, but they hadn't announced the prices or anything like that. Well, finally they have. This is going to be available from retailers for £140.21. Quite expensive, I think, for a small tank engine, but if it is at Rapido standards, then hopefully it will still be a decent model. If you're interested in checking that out, I'll include some affiliate links down in the description for you. These models are set to feature several different liveries, including Marsh Umber, which sounds great, Southern Black, Improved Engine Green, LBSCR Goods Green. That's an unusual one. I don't think I've ever seen a model wearing that before, so that might be one to check out. BR Black and also BR Green. The model covers 2 different types of boiler, 3 different types of chimneys, sprung buffers, pre-fitted speakers, a quality finish, and they use the word powerful when they describe the mechanism, so that sounds great as well. They've also revealed the first decorated sample for their upcoming SECR brake van. Now, they say that this is a hand-painted sample, so obviously this is not going to be representative of a factory finish, but it certainly goes a long way to show what these models are going to look like. It gives a good impression of the final model, and it is an extremely detailed model, both inside and out, with a plethora of separately fitted details. And it's going to be available from retailers for £33.96. So quite expensive, definitely not an Oxford Rail price, but compared with Bachmann's new brake van offering, it almost sounds like a bargain, doesn't it? Anyway, if you want to give them a go, I'll put some affiliate links down below for you. Finally, from Rapido, here's one for those desperate for a bit more news on the 16-inch Hunslets. So this is a test paint of the loco backhead. Now, don't forget, this is a really small locomotive, and yet look at the level of detail they've got into this piece. You can clearly see the superb level of detail here. You've got the detailed interior window frames, which you don't see very often in 00 gauge. Exterior, fair enough, but not always interior. You've got painted gauges, painted pipework, which also looks to be separately fitted, and of course all of those separately fitted and separately painted controls. Considering the size, this thing looks incredible. The final update comes from Hornby and their new engine shed blog, which I suspect nobody has proofread because it doesn't make a lot of sense and some of the information is incorrect. Let me quote for you. The early P2 was created to be part of the railroad range, and previous railroad models the P2 was totally new. It could just be me, but I have absolutely no idea what that means. And it's not entirely true that the old P2 was intended for the railroad range, because I bought mine in the railways range. And sure, it was a railroad model, no doubt about that. I was very disappointed with the level of detail, but this certainly was sold under the Hornby Railways range. And I'm not too sure why Hornby keep pretending that this was just intended as some sort of cheap toy, when actually this was sold as a railways model. Just something that's been bothering me. More relevant is that a new engineering sample of the new P2 has finally been revealed. And the photos show a very heavy looking die-cast chassis which extends to the pony under the cab. They also say that this has got a die-cast running plate, which hopefully should contribute to the weight of the loco, making it a fairly hefty puller. I've also spotted a few other details, including a metal tender full plate and a number of other separately fitted details, including fine wire handrails, etc. They've also revealed photos of quite an interesting new feature which is going to be premiering on their new 9F locomotive, and this is new injection moulded pre-painted figures, which are going to be included for free. These are not an upcharge feature, and they're going to be included as an optional extra that you can fit from the accessories bag. They've also said that they have plans to include these features on their future APT models and also Class A1 and A3 locos, which I think is awesome. A lot of the time people do complain that models look quite unrealistic as a result of having no crews fitted, so this could be a really nice new thing to see as standard on Hornby locos. They've also advised that Thomas is returning to their range. Well, sort of. The SECR 060 tank engine is apparently due in stock very soon. And of course, this is the model that Hornby used to use to create their Thomas engines, before they lost the license, of course. But this does mean that finally this model is going to be back in Hornby's range for the first time in many, many years. And I'm personally quite excited about this because it's unusual, isn't it? Why did they not use the LBSC livery, for example? Not a complaint though, because this model has never been produced in SECR green before, and I'm really interested to see just how it looks. So that will just about do it for this month's news. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if I've missed something that you think deserves a mention, please do comment down below and let me know, and I'll be glad to consider that for next month. For now though, thank you for watching, have a great month, and I'll catch you very soon for some more videos. Alright, cheers folks, take care.